Hi guys, welcome back to SFeatleyTV. I hope you're well. We're back for the Premier League journey, and this time we're doing the review of Matchday 1. And I've got Josh and Tiho with me. How are you doing, Tiho?
I'm doing alright, despite the obvious things.
Yeah. And we got Josh here. How are you, mate? He's on mute. He's on mute.
I'm sorry, I totally forgot how my mic muted. There's a classic wee mistake. No, I'm very, very well, thank you. Very happy football's back. A really, really good week in the football, well, except for you, Stephen. But I'm sure it's nothing. I'm sure it's nothing less than you expected, anyway.
I probably expected a little bit better than what I got, but there you go. We move. Yeah, but let's have a look. Just retreat inside. Yeah, right. So we're doing a review to this week's football. Match day 1, first weekend in the Premier League. I already want the Premier League to end.
Are we going to be getting an Arteta rant here?
Do you want one?
Well, sure. I would like to listen to. Well, I would like to hear what you had to think about. What did you think of the lineup and all? Because obviously we were going to have your reaction. The lineup was completely different to what I expected him to play, but
yeah. Well, we'll see how we get on. I'm trying to see if I can find a pen here. Where is a pen? Shit. Can't even find a pen these days. You see what I mean? Right. Arteta's out. Arteta's fucking up. You can't even find a pen to write all your problems down. You know what I mean? Just typical Arsenal. This is. Yeah, we've rationed on pens. We'll come back to that. But simple cases. If people want the simple case, is literally like that.
Or tonight. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I don't know what was wrong with Arsenal. They just look real fucking progress. I feel bad. I'll say the thing about Arsenal is that I don't know. Like you created like
DJ.
You created basically nothing. It was, I don't know, man.
I can't see people defend it any longer.
And fucking Mari and who was it? Mari and Holton Chambers at the back were diabolical.
Yeah, Chambers, Mari, Ben White, and Kieran Tierney. Even Kieran Tierney, for fuck's sake, had a poor game. Even Kieran Tierney. You know what I mean? Right. So yeah, we move. We're gonna start off positive first. We'll get to Arsenal in a minute. So we'll start off since we got you, Josh. We got start with Chelsea. 2-0 win against Crystal Palace. 3-0, sorry.
3-0, yeah.
Chalobah scoring the goal.
Trevor Chalobah.
Get on his, I think his Premier League debut as well.
Correct.
So yeah, what do you make of your overall performance in that game?
It was actually easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought we were going to be in for quite a difficult game against Crystal Palace. Palace have always been, well, these over the last couple of years, especially under Roy Hodgson, we're obviously a very dogged team, very hard to beat. They always cause you problems, especially on the counter attack. But no, it just seemed like we were always in control. We were always dominating. We didn't look like we had any fitness problems, even though obviously we had that 120 minutes in the Super Cup. But we did make 5 changes. Though it seemed like everyone was quite up to speed. Fitness looked incredibly good. We played some incredible football. Alonso scoring a great free kick. Pulisic with a great second goal, and then obviously, as you say, Trevor Chalobah with his Premier League debut goal. Alongside the reaction to the goal from him was emotional. It was things you absolutely love to see for a kid who joined the club since he was 8 years old. Had a ton of pre-seasons, a ton of loans, and then finally gets to score a winning goal. So not much to make off the game, but as all I said, Chelsea dominated. Crystal Palace were terribly bad. Like obviously, Patrick Vieira's got a long season ahead of him. If Crystal Palace decided to play like that all season, they weren't really compact. They caused us zero problems on the counter attack. It was a really straightforward game. Great to see the fans back at Stamford Bridge, and it was a good 3 points. And obviously now we've got our bogey team Arsenal up next, which it's been so fucking. We've got our bogey team in Arsenal next, which I don't particularly look forward to, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, obviously you got your bogey team. Well, you say your bogey team Arsenal, but I don't think Arsenal or anyone's bogey team the way we're going. But Tio, what did you make of it? Just while I write this down.
Yeah, it was a good performance from Chelsea. 3-0 win, of course. I did expect the Chelsea win, not that big of a win, but it was a good performance overall. Some good goals. Alonso, Chalobah, of course, good strikes, and just fair play to Chelsea. Not looking forward to next week, not at all. It's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be a mess.
Yeah. It's gonna. Yeah, obviously they come out and made a very good performance against Crystal Palace. Do you think Crystal Palace were just very poor? Do you think? What do you make of Crystal Palace? Or do you just think like Chelsea just were better over in quality?
Yeah, I do think Chelsea was just. It's not a mix of both, I guess. Crystal Palace got nothing in the game at all. They were just inexistent, really. It's just like Chelsea playing and against no opponent. And on the other side, Chelsea was just very good in play.
Yeah, what do you make of it, Josh?
Palace have a lot of uncertainties. You look at their back line. Mark Giachicho and obviously Jonathan Mussey's never played in the Premier League before yet. That was such a tough game to step into. Fall back looking. Mitchell's a decent player, but he's young. They're just looking really weak at the back. They were playing with two guys up front. Saha, he's a hot and cold player, and then the other striker coming. I can't remember. What?
Sorry, someone just put Arteta's left by mutual agreement.
And then the other player.
You think everyone would know if that had happened?
And then I think it's just Palace just didn't really. I just think Palace didn't really have a way to counter Chelsea. Didn't really have a way to deal with Chelsea. I think the formation was wrong. I think the 4-4-2 was probably the wrong way to play against us. He did change free at the back in the second half. That kind of helped, but overall, I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased with the performance. I think Palace have a long season ahead of them. I think they're definitely going to be done in the relegation scrap. But they need players and they need to make Sabah. There isn't much longer left off the transfer window. So let's see. I think I'll take one of your quotes for Crystal Palace, and that is, "We need help." So I think Crystal Palace fans might be thinking later into the season, because just to remind everyone very quickly, just while I 2 seconds while I just double check this, because give me 2 seconds, because if I'm not mistaken, yes, okay, so let's just say this. So just listen to that. So Crystal Palace are home to Brentford, okay, in the next Premier League game, and then they're away to West Ham, home to Spurs, away to Liverpool, away home to Brighton, home to Leicester, away to Arsenal. So Patrick Vieira could find himself at the bottom of the relegation soon, very quickly with that one of the games.
Yeah, it's not exactly like an easy running for Crystal Palace. I'm just gonna like you say, with their games coming up. He could get a result against Brighton. Brentford, he could get a result. So, it's not going to be easy. I still think he'll do well. I don't think he'll get relegated, but I think they'll do well. Big up Ankit in the chat. Big up Jade as well in the chat as well. Big up DJ Khalid as well. trying to wind us up with a bit of Arteta news, a bit of Arteta fake news. Right? It's fake news. It's fake news, man.
Hello, Ankit. Just to say that show for the Blue podcast is now up. I know it's a bit odd for time, and I didn't realize it's been uploaded on a Monday, but it's up now anyways. And I'll work with you and the other people to get the next episode sorted out.
Yeah,
just been busy this weekend.
No worries. I mean, we are. Don't forget. We've got tomorrow the back pages. We've got also, I believe we've got.
It's the refuse, isn't it?
Rest for you as well. We've got rest for you at 7. Wednesday we've got half the press show. Then we've got the preview to Arsenal versus Chelsea, and Arsenal. We'll turn that a little bit up. Yeah, we'll try and turn that a little bit up. So that's better.
Hello, Owen. So very rarely I see you in the chat of a podcast. Good to see you in the chat.
Big up, mate. Nice to see you in the chat. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe button. It really does help, man. I'd like to. Then Wednesday we've got obviously the preview for Chelsea. We've also got Monstar CFC, who's going to come on to the channel. So make sure to check out that at 7 p.m. Big up Doug as well in the chat. I hope you're all well. It really does help. And we're going to move on. Since we've got Liverpool fans in the chat, we're going to move on to Liverpool's game. So we're going to move on to Liverpool versus Norwich, which was the evening kickoff on Saturday. And very comfortable result for them. Very comfortable evening. Norwich, I mean, tried to not make it easy, but them playing the same way as they did in the Championship yet again has cost them. And they're now... they've lost 3 times on the bounce. So, do you know what? Actually, I'm going to drop the link in as well. So, if anyone does in the chat wants to come on, it really does. They can do. Like and subscribe. Thanks for doing so. And if you want to get in touch about linking up, doing a show or anything, just DM me. The social links are in this description below. You can DM me at SFeatley and all that.
Hello, Dan. Hello, Dan. TV. I think your name's Dan, isn't it? I'm pretty. It is Dan. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
I know
Dan,
too many.
Dan from Turfmoor House. Yeah, Dan from.
I know.
Yeah, you know that Dan, right? Sorry, Dan. You know, every time you're gonna come in, every time you come in, I just feel like playing this clip.
You're a team I'd love to see get relegated. I'm sorry if there are any Burnley fans. Don't worry, there's not many. Oh shit! They've bloody scored! I can't believe that. Not when I'm saying that.
I love this clip.
It is a brilliant clip. It's like every time you watch it, like I want to. Every time you get like a Burnley fan, you just want to play that clip every time. It just sums everyone up. They're like, no one saw. They play that football that no one likes to play, and then they end up winning games because of it. But fair play to them because they get results. Yes, the CLDFs for sure. Watching a great cricket match and listening to you top folks. I'm not going to mention cricket recently.
I have to admit I'm not much of a cricket expert, so I can't take much.
Yeah, I'm not going to mention much about the cricket. Hey Dan, always bloody Burnley. Yeah, big up. So obviously they lost.
Oh, what are you? Owen, he's still in Germany, by the way. Owen was last in Germany. He lives in France, but he was in Germany last time we spoke to us. But if he's on his travels recently, we're talking about Liverpool now.
Yeah, so like I said, we're on about Liverpool, and we've got. So to be fair, Norwich matched them nearly in the amount of shots they created and possession as well. But it's just Liverpool having a better quality up front, were more clinical. Whoa, go away.
Oh.
Hashtag copyright.
Nah, they weren't even it weren't even long enough to do that. Alisson, Arnold, Matip is so it's kind of like the same team they had previous to last season. I think Van Dijk at the back really helped them this time, and yeah, they get off to a good start. Now, a cop on podcast, do you think you could win the Premier League this season because a lot of teams are sort of writing you off at the minute. By the way, I do have put the link in the chat as well, so anyone does want to come on, they can do. Big up as well. It's my mom's place in Spain, making a carbonara and listening to you guys. Big up. Yeah, I'm not too sure about carbonara, more bolognese. So there we go. Owen, I'm live at 7 p.m. What the? Don't know which one that is, but
the World of Football
chat
podcast
is a rotten pumpkin. Yeah, definitely. It's yeah. So he's definitely confident they're going to win it this year. So what do you?
He's
I mean, Josh.
He's always
Obviously,
confident.
Sorry, go on, Josh.
No, I was just going to say, Owen's always confident. You know, he's very statistical. He's very statistical. He's got a good view of mind. He knows his Liverpool football inside out. Obviously, for anyone who's not too aware about Liverpool did also play a friendly against Aston Villa today at Anfield. They won 4-1. I know Divock Origi, Nico Williams. I think I called Jack. I can't remember. No, I can't remember who scored. Or something. I know it was Origi and Nico Williams. There's 2 other players who scored. Liverpool. I think Liverpool are looking very good. I think about their midfield. They played against Norwich. I think it was Milner, Keita, and I think it was Chamberlain. I could be wrong. But it was an interesting midfield. There was no Thiago, no Fabinho, no Henderson, and they looked really, really good. I thought that Tomiskins, or whatever call him, that Greek left back they signed. I can't pronounce football names to save my life. He was very, very good. I thought he looked incredibly sharp for a guy. He hasn't really played much football in the past. Probably in the past 18 months. I thought he came in, did a really, really good job. Van Dijk looked quite sharp. Didn't have too much to do.
I disagree with that.
Good.
I completely disagree with that.
I'll talk about that.
No. I don't think Lukaku will flop at all. I don't think he'll flop at all. One, he never got a chance at. So I just want to say this: he never got a chance at Chelsea in the first place. As soon as he missed a penalty, he was sold to West Brom, and even then at West Brom, he was getting goals left, right, and centre at West Brom. Then he left West Brom and went to Everton, after his loan spell, and got bags of goals there. When he went to Man United, they discovered they didn't discover until he went eventually into it when he eventually went to Inter Milan that he wasn't well, and so I can big him up on this because he mentioned it, and he wasn't well at the time, and that's why he was overweight, and they managed to get him slimmed down and proper into back into the fitness he needs to be, and now yes, he's done it in Milan and bagged loads of goals there. He's done it before in the Premier League where he's bagged over 20 goals a season, so I still feel he'll. I don't think he'll do it. Arsenal's almost 11 is unbeatable. I don't think it's this current 11, mate. Our 11's always beatable. I
think he means with signings we almost made.
What's that?
I think he means an XI of signings we almost made.
Oh yeah. The signings we almost made. Oh yeah, that's like from Messi to God knows who. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like Wenger in his long list of targets. Since we had Dan in the chat, so we're going to move to Burnley now. So actually, since we mentioned Burnley, going to move on to them. They lost 2-1 against Brighton. They took the lead early on with Tarkowski bagging the goal for Burnley, and then it sort of went downhill from that point in the second half. Again, Brighton dominating possession, creating chances, creating shots on target as well, scoring goals. And like I said, if you give Graham Potter a decent enough striker, he will undoubtedly win more games and get higher up in the table. So that's what I'm saying. If you put him in an Arsenal side with all that attacking talent, with the attacking football he plays, you get results. You would get results. So they almost signed Lewandowski, Messi, and Ronaldo. Yeah, I know, mate. Like we nearly signed every best player in the planet. That's Arsenal. Now, mate.
There's just some. This is just. I know this is a bit out of blue, but this
Go
is
on.
for any Manchester United fans that are in the chat. So there was just some news coming out from the Daily Mail today. We are quite reliable when it comes to football, and obviously, there's international call-ups coming on. International. There is a very big potential that the UK government's going to force people coming back from South American international clubs to quarantine, meaning that Liverpool would be without Alisson, Firmino, Fabinho, Mane, Salah, and Van Dijk for the game against Manchester United in the first Premier League game back after international duty. So if that does happen, God knows what team players are going to have to isolate, because that would be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. What if Arteta can't turn things around, mate? Trust me. Right, we've been waiting for months for him to turn it around. He ain't going to turn it around.
Who's Arteta's number 2?
Arteta's number 2, I think it's Mertesacker. I think. Isn't it?
No, I don't think so.
Arteta's
Stuyvenberg.
What?
He's Dutch.
No, but Mertesacker. I know Mertesacker was the academy manager, but I don't know who the assistant coach is.
Well, the assistant coach. No, the assistant. Lundberg remains as assistant coach. No, this is December 2019. Steve Round and Albert Stuyvenberg.
Don't know who they are.
Yeah, don't know who they were, but like he'd probably do a better job. You know what I mean? He'd probably do a better job, to be honest. But anyway, we're going back to what we're doing. We're going to Man City now, because obviously they suffered a very surprising defeat to Tottenham, which really pissed me off. They dominated most of the game, the first 20 minutes, but then they kept getting caught on the counter attack so often, and I know some of their strike force is out still. They still got Kevin De Bruyne to come at the side. Zinchenko weren't there, Stones weren't there, Kyle Walker wasn't there. Bernardo Silva was still on the bench as well. There's still, but even then, I still expected them to go out and beat Tottenham. I don't know about you, Josh. What do you think?
I'm not actually too surprised. Let's just look at this team. Let's just dissect the team very quickly. So, Mendy is an awful, awful, awful left back. He is literally diabolical. The man's rubbing the living as a footballer. Nathan Ake has had a terrible time at Manchester City. Diaz has struggled. He struggled in the Champions League final. He struggled at the Euros. Bit of a dodgy game against Spurs. Jack Grealish is not a number 3 midfielder. He's not a midfielder and a free in the middle. He's more of a number 10/left mid winger. So he was out of position. Ferran Torres can't lead the line by himself, and Sterling's City form has been diabolical. So I'm honestly not surprised that Spurs got that win. That City team doesn't have too many. It has goals in it, but it doesn't have a lot of creating chances, because it's Grealish is out of position. Torres can't lead the line by himself. Sterling has not had particularly great form. Mahrez is probably still not at full fitness. So I'm not too surprised. I know that Spurs team was the one that played against Chelsea in a pre-season friendly. It's the same team that started against Arsenal, a bit Arsenal in that friendly. So that team was fit. They were more chemistry together. The City team, as an older City team, were playing their first games of the season. So I'm not at all surprised that Manchester United lost the game. Spurs had a game plan. They sat deep for the first half. Second half came out. They counter-attacked really, really well. Exploited the spaces that City were leaving. And I think it was a deserved win. And City, it just shows that City badly need a striker. Badly need a striker.
Yeah. Absolutely. Tiho, what do you say? I mean, like, and isn't this a significant part? And I'm going to come on to this about Harry Kane in a minute. But go on, you say what you have to say about Man City's performance against Tottenham.
It was just really poor. Like, they couldn't bring anything into the game. The first half they had a few chances, but nothing much, And yeah, I agree with Charles. They definitely need a striker in Harry Kane, perhaps, and maybe a new left back even, because João Cancelo could play there and walk on the right, but they don't really have a pure good left back,
Yeah. For me, it sounds like it needs to be a striker. It needs to be a striker, man. Big time. Otherwise, we're going to be. Otherwise, I think they're going to struggle to retain their title. So there we are. Just going to go through some of the chat. I think Man City need a world-class forward to win the title again this season. Big up James. Big up Talk Manu. Smash the likes. Yes. Big up Jade. Talk big up my bro. Big up Steven Talk Manu. You give us Abba or Laka, and we'll give you Coutinho. If you take Laka, we'll take Coutinho. That's what I'd say. Give us Coutinho for Abba for Aubameyang, but you won't be able to afford Aubameyang. That's the thing. You can't afford Aubameyang or Laka because you're struggling to even get Aguero in your team because of the financial restrictions. So we wouldn't be able to afford it anyway, mate. So it wouldn't work. That's probably why they haven't done it. Big up Talk as well. Yeah, man. Mate, Talk, big up my bro. Hope you're okay, mate. I did the thumbnail again today. It's a car crash. Mine's just not as good. Crap.
It looks good. It looks good.
Not compared to Tor's though. Not compared to Tor's. Tor's is on another level. But it's decent. It's not bad. It's not terrible. I've seen worse. But anyway, we're gonna move on to the next game. And we'll talk about Kane tomorrow on the back pages because there's a bit of an update on that situation. But Leicester City get off to a winning start, 1-0 against Wolves, which kind of expected. I think the Wolves manager, who's the Wolves manager? The manager is Large, is it? How do you say it?
Bruno Lage or something. I can't tell.
I looked up something on Instagram about him, and he is I'm gonna see if I can find it, but saved. Let me see if I can save it. See if I've saved it anyway. All posts. I don't think I have saved it. There you go. No, I haven't saved it. Fuck. I saw a post where he was second or no, he was the bottom of a fan survey of who do you think is the best manager? Do you know who was second from bottom? Mikel Arteta.
I saw that too. Wait, let me find it.
He was worse than Steve. They've said he was worse than Steve Bruce. Right, there you go. What does that tell you? Chelsea fan. Apart from the chances in the first half, City did not look like scoring in the second half. Tottenham, though, were more organised at the back. well said. Vardy not stopping yet, and his celebration was brilliant. Vardy's on another level, mate. I can't believe we just didn't. Why did we have to put him on? Why did we have to say to him, "Let's stick him on the left"? Just play him as a striker, Wenger. Seriously, stop overreacting. City will be as dominant as usual. Season gone by. Look at their last season. They started bad and they finished with star. Yeah, I still think though they need the strike. Yeah, but the problem is, last season I think no one was at that level compared to Man City. Like they couldn't take it to another level. Right, everyone sort of fell off. This season, you've got Tuchel at Chelsea who've won the Champions League and they bought Lukaku. Man United have now got Varane and they've got Sancho. All they need is a DM. And I've said this many times. In terms of Man United's season, right, it depends on two things. I said this on my stream. I've said this on Devils United stream as well, Maisie's stream as well. Make sure you go and check that out. The link is in the description below. Make sure you go and subscribe. What I've said there and what I've said here is that their season, Man United, depends on two things. Kane being bought by Man City and them getting a DM. If they get a DM, they win the title. If Kane signed for Man City wins it. For me. If both happen, it could be just a titanic battle between the two of them. But I still think City will wedge it. Right. Josh, what did you say? What would you say?
What was your question? So I can try and understand it a bit.
Do you like those two things that happened? Do you think that's the right course of action?
Well, with
like,
VAR?
Do you think like either getting a DM or getting a DM for Man United will win them the title, and or if Kane gets to Man City and they don't get a DM, Man City win the title. Or if they get both, it could be just a titanic battle between the two of them.
It's a really good question. Yeah, that's a really good question. It's hard to know exactly, because the games are played over a 38-game season. They're not just games are played over a 37 game, and as we've seen over seasons and seasons to seasons of football, anything can happen in football, from injuries to inconsistent results to bad patches, and I think Manchester United are definitely a DM away from probably having a complete squad. Even their depth is quite good. Mason Greenwood and Cavani up front's good. Martial, Rashford when he comes back on the left, and James, Ahmed Diallo on the right. Jadon Sancho, of course. Bruno and a decent Van de Beek at the time. So yes, Manchester United definitely could be up there for the league. But consistency with Manchester United has always been the biggest issue. They always drop points in big. If they've dropped points in big games, they struggle to break teams down. Leeds played into their hands at Old Trafford. So I don't, as much as Manchester United, don't get wrong, were incredible, but Leeds definitely made it a bit easier for United on the day than it should have been.
I do think I think it will come to see what they can do when they bring Sancho in and get him integrated into the team, and they go against a team that is going to play low block. We'll wait and see. But anyway, we'll quickly move on. I think United are still short of another striker. Whether Cavani can last the duration of the season at that level is tough. Hi, Luke. Hey, Talk. The main highlight of this entire weekend was seeing the full capacity crowds back in stadiums once again. Yes, we will mention that at some point. Big up, Stephen. Is it really a shock anymore when Arsenal lose, mate? No, it fucking ain't. It ain't, mate. Do you really think I'm bothered? You ain't going to try and wind me up on that one, mate. Can Leicester make top four? I doubt it, but it's a good start, but I still doubt it.
I can think this year.
Leeds just can't defend, to be honest. I could see Man City are level with Arsenal, Stephen. Trust the process.
Fuck the process.
Just give me 2 seconds. Luke, read it very carefully. Fuck the process. No. No. This does not go there. Anyway, let's move on. We'll go to Newcastle because they're one of my teams that I thought were going to get relegated. And Matchday battered them 4-2. I mean, like, it was a even game to about the 40th minute when they got an equaliser again. Like, I mean, Newcastle took the lead, then they took the lead again, and then lost it, and then just got absolutely torn apart afterwards. Yeah. Oh, big up, mate. Yeah. So, yeah, 4-2 West Ham. What do you say, Josh? I mean, can West Ham sort of repeat a similar season like they did before? Or is that going to be more of a struggle? I don't think they'll reach top 4, but they think they can do Europa League again.
I have West Ham 13th. I have slight concerns with Everton. I have slight concerns with West Ham regarding trying to handle the Europa League and the Premier League. They've got quite a small squad. I looked at their bench against Newcastle. It's quite weak. It's nothing strong. So they suffer any injuries. If they suffer an injury to Antonio or Jared Brown or Declan Rice or Thomas Sheik, they don't really have many great players that could come in and do a job. So they absolutely could. I thought their determination, to go away to St James's Park, concede an early goal, and still score 4 and win the game in a really good fashion. They played really well in the second half. Some great intensity, some great football. They were most definitely up for it. West Ham definitely have a good chance to be up there. I don't think they'll do as well because to do as well as they did last season would be a very, very big task, especially with the Europa League. But West Ham did very well. Newcastle, though, looked very shaky at the back. It's kind of what you expect from West Ham and the David Moyes team. But no fair play to West Ham. They did very well to come back. It's a difficult game to go out to St James's Park, especially their first game that they've had in St James's Park in ages. So that's not too bad.
When did Man United won the UCL? Did anyone remember? I remember. It's 2008, 2009, mate. I remember. I also remember when they won the treble. I was only about 4 or 5 at the time, but I do remember. It was not nice. They beat us in the semi-final of the FA Cup. Right, no thanks to Bergkamp's penalty. If Bergkamp scored that penalty, they wouldn't have won the treble. Simple. So, but there you go. That's history. Like that's something that Tottenham doesn't understand. History. Sorry, I had to stick that one in. No doubt I'm going to get slaughtered by Dan in a minute. Anyway, going to move on to Watford and Aston Villa. Now, this was a shock result for me. I was expecting Aston Villa to walk all over them, right? Especially with the fact what they've signed. They signed Danny Ings, right? Matty Cash still there. Mings is still there. Buendia. I always expect them to batter them, right? It was absolutely a gobsmack that they didn't. What did you make of it, Tiho?
Yeah, it's like you said, I didn't expect this at all. Aston Villa have a very good squad. I do think they were a bit overrated. Like everyone's saying they can get into Europe. I don't exactly think so yet, but they have a good squad, and to lose like that to Watford, I simply put didn't expect it. And to be fair to Watford, they have a very basic front three with Dennis, Sar, and Sema, and like they exposed Aston Villa's defense very well. But still, I didn't expect them to win. It's a very good result for Watford, and yeah.
Yeah, Josh, what'd you make of it, mate?
Yeah, I was very surprised at this result. That Aston Villa team, the back four has done them very, very good justice over the course of the past few months. A decent midfield in the attack. I disagree with Ashley Young as the left mid. I think Ashley Young doesn't have the legs to play there anymore. So I think that definitely hindered him a wee bit in the attacking phase, because him compared to Jack Grealish is it's not even close. So, but Watford did very, very well. They were on Aston Villa. Sarr, Alaze Sarr was given Matt Target an absolute nightmare on the left hand side. Where Matt Target had to be taken off for Jake and Ramsey at half time. Watford, there was a few elements for goals. There was a few elements of luck of goals for Watford, but they deserved the win. The tactics were spot on. Aston Villa really struggled to get into the game. Didn't really create anything to the final 10 minutes, and Watford fully deserved that result. And I think this is definitely one of the games where the fans played a massive difference in the result and in the intensity. And fair play to Watford, but and this is why I don't have Watford going down, because I do think they have a good enough squad to stay in the Premier League this season.
Yeah, the fans played a major part. I mean, it shows that the 12th man has been missing. Say in this case. Yeah, so we'll like to see later on in the season how the 12th man now plays a part and see how the difference is to some teams. So there we are. Sorry, just getting a couple of things moved. Right. Right, who we got in chat now? This time, what for the decent going forward with pace. Join a game that I watched on Matchday. Big up Maisie in the chat. Devils United. Don't forget that's a new show, a new channel. Make sure to go and hit that subscribe button. The link is in the description below. Right, big up Maisie. Hope you're well. Big up Jade. Big up Chris. Evening all. Comes in, drops mic, leaves. Well, hello. Why are as Arsenal a shock loss expected by 95? No. Look, not against not against Brentford, mate. Not against Brentford. No way. No. Right. So there we are. I think even us to be that bloody shit, we're supposed to be beating Watford. We should be beating Man City. Brentford. I know it's early in the season, but Dean Smith could be under pressure if they have a from the start to the season.
Stephen, give me solo live for 2 seconds. Just need to do a bit of a okay. So yeah, we've got this. Yeah, we're just going to do that. There we go. Hashtag. There you go. I'm subscribed to you now. There you go.
Yes, get in there. That's what I'm talking about, Josh, man. Yes. And if you haven't done as well, make sure to do it as well. The link is in the description below. Make sure you go and subscribe to Devils United right now. As I've said before, SFeatleyTV and Devils United will be working closely together. Hope to grow both channels, but particularly Devils United. Get that growing straight away, because that has got that. What Maisie does on there already is quality, and I'm telling you now, that is going to be a quality channel. I'm telling you, I'm not lying. I'm not even lying. So, right, it's already been a week, and we're up to 130 subs. So, well, now made that 131. So, yeah, go for it. Absolutely, like, and like, before anyone says anything, right? I know like people do the thumbnails and everything. The main person who gets it done and does the stream and does everything, Maisie, right? It's down to you. Well done, right, for doing that so far. Big up James. Big up one and all. Yeah, James. Watford really shocked me, man, but I can't remember. I can remember that 3-0 win against Liverpool in that unbeaten run. Watford, Man City, Brentford. I think that's just before the end of the before the pandemic hit, wasn't it? No wonder you were bad. You must have been knackered playing all. Working. Chris just teasing as usual. I'm talking about a professional level, mate. 3-1 Southampton. Right, Everton, Southampton. Another game that I think a lot of teams are starting to write off already. Yeah, I think a lot of teams are writing Southampton off. What do you make of it, Josh?
I thought this was a game of two halves. To be fair, I thought Southampton in the first half, played some decent football. They played their 4-4-2 that they have been doing under Hasenhüttl for a while now. They pressed really well. They were quite organised. They were creating some really good chances. I know the two centre backs. Could you scroll down a wee bit, because I think it's Holgate and Keane. I think the two centre backs for Everton. Their partnership isn't particularly Holgate and Keane. Yeah, the two centre. I wonder what James would think, but I don't think Holgate and Keane are a particularly great centre back pairing. I don't like them as a centre back pairing whatsoever. I think they struggled, but in the second half, Everton came out. The Everton fans were getting well behind them. Everton came out, they started pressing more. They started playing a bit more direct. Richarlison was getting a bit more space down the wings. I thought Townsend played quite well. Calvert-Lewin, looked a bit off, but he's not played too much. Including the Euro. So I thought Everton did extremely well to come back in the second half. So they definitely came out and they made Southampton stretch more. They made Southampton come out of their shape more. They were playing through the press a bit better by going a bit more direct. And I thought Everton were fully deserved to win. And this is just classic Rafa Benitez. I know Everton fans aren't particularly too keen on him, but I think Rafa Benitez. I think Rafa Benitez this is what he's good at. He's very good at tactical changes in game. I think he's getting a lot more stick. And fair play to him, because I was on the Match of the Day interview after the game. He said after the game he knows that he's not particularly liked at the moment, but he hopes to change things around. He's a brilliant man. I'm just saying. I think Doucouré's a great player, James. I really like Doucouré, especially in the double pivot with someone beside him. He's very, very good. I think that was something Ancelotti wasn't particularly doing. I think Doucouré, you get the best out of Doucouré when he's in the pivot with someone good beside him. And yeah, Holgate and Kane was a terrible partnership. But you came out in the second half, you were more direct. Richarlison was getting more space, and you fully deserved your win in that second half. Southampton defensively continuing to look extremely suspect, and you do worry for them. I don't think they'll get relegated. I think Hasenhüttl and the squad's too good for that, but you do seriously worry about where they could finish up in the season.
Yeah, Josh, would you? Tiho, what do you make of Southampton and that?
I have them relegated. Simply put, like, they're selling a lot of their good players. Ames, Vestergaard, they have got an Armstrong as a replacement, who I think is a very good striker. But is it good enough? You have to ask, and I don't think so. With this game, I originally thought that Everton would win when they saw the 1-0, but then Everton just put 3 past them like it was nothing. So I think it will be a very long season for Southampton and a very hard season for them.
So James was at the game. I was there on Saturday. First half was great. Whatever Rafa said at halftime, it would work, and we deserve to win. It's going to be a lot difficult now with people. people back to the thing? Do people carry on with watch along? And this is what I see in the pandemic. Is a lot of people do YouTube, been forced onto doing YouTube streams, watch alongs, and stuff like that. Yeah. When it comes to going to the games, which a lot of them have done for a long time, and now they've got a chance to go back. I think a lot of maybe YouTubers that have started their YouTube channels, and you see the ones that have grown to thousands. I mean, CLDFs might be one of them, or just a few, like a very fast number of them, because they've been season ticket holders, they've been going to every game or something like that. They'll go back to the state and they'll go back, and like you won't probably see as much like watch alongs and stuff like that. So, I mean, me, like, I will still be doing watch alongs. I'm not going back to a game. I'm not going back to a game. The only time I'll go back to a game is if someone else paid the ticket. That is the only reason, or was given the ticket for free. Apart from that, I'm not going. And even then, I would not spend anything in the stadium. Simple. Right? Because I'm not spending anything on his club, and that's what I said I would not do. Simple as that. So, so you can see every watch along here for the Arsenal games at least. Southampton will be relegated 90%, and Everton will be the same as usual for the 10th and 11th. Decore and Richarlison were great, but Holgate and Keane as the partnership were woeful. We missed Ben Godfrey at the back. Rafa got a decent reception from where I sat. Two blokes booed Benitez when he was introduced. What wankers they are. Everton played better by being aggressive and whipping crosses in the box with Calvert-Lewin as the threat. That's the thing. Like, Calvert-Lewin is that type of player you play target man, right? I'd love Calvert-Lewin at Arsenal. I would love Calvert-Lewin at Arsenal, and I'll tell you for why. Because if we got Calvert-Lewin at Arsenal, we could just play, like, we could get Tierney with his crossing ability. We could get Pepe his crossing ability. Martinelli can put a decent ball in the box. We've seen him do it a number of times. Saka with his crossing ability. Just put balls in the box all the time for him to get on the end of it, knock them on, flick them on, stuff like that. Give him a target, someone to actually aim for in the crosses when we do crosses and indirect free kicks. I'm telling you, I'd love Calvert-Lewin at Arsenal. I'd love it, honestly. I don't know why people say we go for Tammy Abraham. I would love Calvert-Lewin. I'd literally, if we acted like a big club, I'd go to Everton and said, I don't care what you put a price on him. Done. 60 mil, something like that. Don't know. You probably have to pay over the odds because Everton don't want to sell him. So they'll dictate the price. But I would, because I think you'll bag a lot of goals. We're going to move on to I think Devil United might get interested in this. Man United versus Leeds United. The early kickoff, 12:30 kickoff. Big up everyone who watched that. I think we got to over 200 views on that watch along. Big up to everyone who did watch that. Bruno Fernandes with Fernandes or Fernandes, whatever you want to call him now, with a hat trick. Mason Greenwood, right, and Paul Pogba. And before anyone says it, because I don't get this fucking conspiracy or this bollocks about Fernandes, right? All the goals were open play. They were not all bloody penalties. They were from open play. Only under half of his goals last season came from penalties, right? The rest came over half of them were from open play. So this bullshit that all these goals come from penalties. Bullshit. It's rivals getting triggered. Honestly,
I think the why people are
I'm
so
a
obsessed.
rival, but I got triggered over that.
Yeah, but I think people are obsessed with Fernandes because he doesn't really turn up in big games, against the bigger sides in the Premier League,
Pep, not on Carlo Ancelotti would be beast. He instructs these types of wingers one touch and shoot, no to hold the ball like Messi. Big up. Yeah, good point. Pogba got 4 assists and he still gets hate from that twat Souness. That's the thing. I saw it and I'm like, Souness, shut up, you twat.
One of the
Honestly,
most, what a fucking deluded idiot.
absolute dick, right? I'm sorry, he gets 4 assists and you're still moaning about him, right? And this is why I said, like, people were saying, like Kane misses a game and like he's unprofessional, like he has been. He gets hardly any criticism, and it's like people can't complain this, that, and all the other. When Pogba does it, he's getting God. Even when Pogba's done something brilliant, which is get 4 assists, he's getting abuse. He's getting hate. What are you on about? Like, drop your freaking rival hat and actually praise the guy, for God's sake. I don't like Man United. I can't stand Man United. Fergie and fucking... I grew up with Fergie and Wenger. So I can't stand Man United, right? Because they were my arch rivals for the title, especially when they won it every time. And I'm like, we need to win this. And, like... even I can just take my rival hat off and go, well done, you've got 4 assists. If you can't do that, then honestly, like, go rethink your life, honestly.
I don't even think Souness has ever been a good player.
What's that?
I don't even think Souness has been that good of a player ever.
Yeah.
My personal opinion.
I think a lot of Liverpool fans might disagree with you on that one. But I think that's the rest of the games. Oh no, Brentford versus Arsenal. Sorry,
we can skip that.
I don't think we can. Right, but obviously Brentford losing 2-0 to Arsenal. Winning.
I wish it was that way.
Yeah, they won 2-0 against Arsenal. Canos with a goal on the 22nd minute. And Norgard on the 73rd minute, and they bullied Arsenal to death. People like, and do you know what? I couldn't stand. Fair play to Natish. I mean, like, he wants to come. If he wants to be Arteta, that's fine, right. I mean, that's his opinion. But I'm sorry, Natish. Like, are you Arteta? Do you support Arteta or do you support the club? You can't do both. You can't. It's just physically impossible. It's physically impossible to support both. Like, you either support your agenda to keep this manager in, or you support what's best for the club and get rid of him. Simple. It's simple as that. I'm sorry. Like, how much longer do you want this to carry on? Like, it was beautiful while it lasted, winning an FA Cup. But I'm sorry, it's not. It's done. It's finished. Good night. Listen, you're ready. All right, Josh, what do you say? I mean, I've said it so many times now.
It's a bad situation for Arsenal. I'm not too sure if you're aware, but one of these a guy came out who sponsors Arsenal, who wasn't particularly too happy with the way Arsenal are playing at the moment, and was criticizing Michael Arteta. Arteta has I don't know how much time Arteta has in terms of the board supports him.
He's got ages.
I know the fans. I know most of the fans aren't on the side. There's a guy for the Blue podcast called Cam. He's still Arteta in. He's an Arsenal fan. He's Cam from the Blue podcast. He's a part of our team. He's an Arsenal fan. He's still Arteta in. But I know the majority of Arsenal fans. I know Trips is heavily Arteta out.
Oh my God! Do you see his reaction? Oh yes, Jesus!
I know he's
UFC Daily. Adam,
I know he's heavily Arteta, but Arsenal. I just don't know what your identity was again. Like the defending was atrocious. There was no shape. You were trying to press, but the press was like what? It was just
I was moaned at when I wanted Tammy Abraham as a different option. Right, I got moaned at saying like I'm not gonna prepare to explain to someone who doesn't understand Arteta's tactics. And I said, I don't want to understand Arteta's tactics. He's got no tactics. What's he got? What style of play, what tactics, what pattern of play, what has he got in terms of tactics?
No, it's just like the pressing, like the pressing was showing. It was not like a team press. It was like one man was going on. There was nothing in the transition to the attack. Like Bulgaran, like there was nothing for the kid. The kid was so isolated.
Balogun, yeah.
Martinelli and Turney, there was no link up play at all between the two. Chambers had a shocker on the right back. The double pivot was just non-existent. There was nothing coming from him. It's just, and I seen Arteta on the side, and Arteta was being active. He was shouting, but like I just don't understand what Arsenal were trying to do. There was no.
I don't think the players do. That's the thing. You looked at
no,
the players,
I don't think so either. No,
the players look like it was like, well, is it another It looked like it's another preseason friendly, isn't it? It's just like we're not gonna win anything. Like it's not like we're not gonna win anything. We're not gonna win anything on this manager. We don't know what we're doing. We don't know how we're playing. So we're like let's just treat this like a preseason friendly. Doesn't really matter, does it? That's how it looked to me. If you could read body language and sort of put it in a paragraph or a description of how they're feeling, what they were feeling to me is like, yeah, what it felt to me is it felt like Arsenal, the Arsenal players that came out felt like, oh, well, we're not like this manager doesn't know what he's doing. We ain't going to win nothing with this manager. We're just going to get worse and worse. Like, the signings ain't here. Half of the players that have been signed are like, I thought there was going to be a major revamp. Right? I thought there was a project going on here, and they were just like, well, we'll just treat this like another friendly. So ain't gonna we're gonna win anything.
I hate to say, but you have to sack Arteta. You know, Arteta has had 4 transfer windows. The 1.5 seasons, 2 full preseason, and Arsenal still don't look like they know what they're doing. He's got some good players there. He's mismanaged some players too. Some players that really shouldn't have been isolated from the team, but should have been playing. I just why did he? I don't understand. Why did he take off a striker and put Pepe up front when you were losing the game? That just made no logical sense to me whatsoever. I think he's starting to feel the pressure. I think the pressure is now going into his games, into his game set, and I feel bad for you, Stephen, because I don't see how these things turn around.
Yeah,
I just don't see how things turn around.
Oh, by the way, before I ask, how many goals did Bergkamp score? Any hardcore Arsenal fans? Oh,
between 100 and 200.
He played around about 300 games for Arsenal. I don't know.
I think it might be 186. I'm not sure.
No, the 186 was around about Cliff Bastin level, because 188 was Cliff Bastin, because 189 was broke because because Ian broke it with 189. So he didn't score as many goals as Henry. No, he didn't. No, I know it was under 100. I know it's under 100. Actually, I know it's under 100. You feel like he scored more, but he ain't. 87. 87. That's me. That's what I say.
I have to head, Stephen. Thank you very much for having me, mate. I have got other duties to attend to.
Yeah. We're gonna wrap up soon.
I'll see you tomorrow night.
I'll
see you tomorrow for the referee's view.
Definitely.
Thank you very much. See you later.
Nice. Take care. But yeah, I know.
It's 87.
87.
It's actually 87. Yeah. Good guess.
By the way, my hands were here. Never touched it. Yeah. I know I say this several times, but what is Arteta's style of play is what is Arteta's style of play supposed to be.
Brilliant.
That's the thing. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know, man. We don't know. Big
Pray
up
for the
anyway.
best.
He's like, I'm gonna put 11 players out and go.
Do what you do best.
Go score a goal.
Go have fun.
James, the style of play is his own as is his own style as a player. Shit. Dennis Bergkamp,
Striker.
underrated striker in football history. Yeah, he is.
He wasn't a striker though.
Yeah. He wasn't a striker though. He played sort of more. But do you know what? If he played in a 4-2-3-1, he'd play as a can. He
Yeah,
plays
he played
can.
more. In the Invincible side, he played more as central forward.
Yeah, because when he played for Arsenal, he played as a CAM. He did play. He played behind Henry, a little bit behind him in the 4-4-2, rather than like side by side. So he's more. He actually more supplied Henry, so he's more of a can to me. So than he is actually a striker. Yeah, 87 goals underrated. He's a quality striker, man. He was just a genius. That's my Tony. And Joe is funny. The reason he's had 300 appearances is because he was happy to accept. Yeah, sorry. And about 6 years of his time at Arsenal. 6 years of his time at Arsenal was in his 30s. He set 1-year contracts, though he was getting multiple offers for bigger money, longer contracts at different clubs around Europe, and he was still staying at Arsenal. That's loyalty. That was loyalty. So, but
You fell out there, Stephen.
I fell out. Am I back? Am I back?
Yeah, you're back, but I don't know if it's my internet or yourself, but
no, it might be. I don't know. But what happened was I said like he had other clubs offering him money, and he didn't get he rejected all of them. Like though he was getting bigger offers. So, but unreal player, and do you know what we could do with him right now? To be honest, he would be our cam right now. But it's like I shown just earlier. Look, 17th. Right.
17th.
7-fucking-teenth. I know it's like the first game, but better check it anyway. Plus, also a new addition to the Premier League. To this year. We're gonna do the fantasy. We're gonna do the fantasy Premier League. So we're gonna check the fantasy Premier League. So make sure you get everything. You get your if you're in team, if you're in the league, make sure you get it confirmed and you get yourself over there right now. Kings of Game of the Week, 20 points. Jesus, I wish I just put it in there. Like I wish I'd actually put him as captain. I had him in. Should have put him as captain. What's their next game? If their next game's a really easy team, I'm gonna do it again.
Who?
So I'm gonna have them again.
Fernandez.
Right. Let's have a look. Right. So make sure if you're in the league, you get your details out now and you can check what's up. Right. SFeatleyTV's FPL League overall. So we got Chris Hamari on our is in the lead, 109 points total. Chris is 106. Chris had 2. Pa Kwesi Toba is 104. Chris Paul is 104. Dreams Can't Be By is Sultan Saeed at 100. Thomas is 100. Is Muffin Rovers is Sam at 99. Adam Robinson, Cruzen 94. Brandon Mavinil is 94. King Say, we all know the Gambling Guna 92. Harry 90. Edward is at 85. James, you're 14th in the league. Doty is 83 in 13th. Shrey 8. Red Devil Studio is 16th. John Reed is 78. Timmy Golding is 74. Ibrahim Kofi is 74. Finding Timo is at 73. Oh, how far am I below Finding Timo? I'm at 42. Shit! I'm behind Maisie. I'm not having that. I'm not having that. I'm not having that. No. That's illegal. That's illegal. No. We're good. No. I'm gonna have to get some advice.
Big comeback needed there.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some advice. I'm not having that. She's turning into a rival. So, but yeah, she's 20th. Jiri David Okabini is at 16. Is 22. Reese is 23. 23rd. I expect benefit from Reese. He was at the bottom of the Euro League. So, Bargav is right at the bottom, 35. I'm 26th. Warren is 27th. Juma 25th. And Darren is at 58. So, yeah. Don't forget, as I said, if you finish top of the league at Christmas, you win a copy of FIFA 2022. If you finish top at the end of the league, at the end of the season, you win a replica shirt of the club you support. Simple as that.
Let's hope it's not an Arsenal fan.
Yeah, obviously, I'd rather not it be an Arsenal fan, because then I'd have to spend money in the club. But like I said, make sure to smash the like and smash the subscribe button as well. Make sure to join the membership scheme as well. Make sure you do that. But we're going to just double check one more time. Insigne with Cam and hundreds rejected an offer all top of clubs there at Napoli. Loyal, underrated player. Big up. Fernandez and Salah helped me out in my team. I was an idiot leaving out Calvert-Lewin. Bergkamp and Henry, what a strike for us. Lack on Oba, wish they could be like them. Won't be at Arsenal. Big up. James, how leave one of your own top players out, man? I thought he was injured still. I fucked it up. Yeah, fucked up. Yeah, but anyway, we're gonna have to leave it there. Make sure to smash the like button and smash the subscribe button. We're Steven, you're behind burnt Guardian. No.
Can I just make a quick announcement?
Go on.
To any Arsenal fans living in London and who could go to the Chelsea game, Cronky Out protest, 3 p.m.
Yes.
If you can make it, go.
Do you know what I'm tempted to?
If you can, you should. If you feel good enough, if you can go, you should.
I feel I should.
I could host a watch along if you want. I don't mind. If you can go, you should, man.
Is it Sunday or is it Saturday? Sunday, you know.
22nd of August. So that's Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, Sunday.
Sunday, yeah.
Before the game.
Yeah, it's at 3 p.m. UK time. I don't know what time the game is.
Depends if I can afford to get down there. Depends if if I can afford to get down there.
Yeah, the game is at 5:30 for UK time, so that's 2 hours and 30 minutes before the game, or 1 hour and 30 minutes. I don't know. Time zones are confusing.
So, so just I'd have to work it out, but I don't think I could afford it anyway, to be honest. So yeah,
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If you can go, definitely you should go. If you can't go, it's a shame, but if you can't, you can't.
off peak. Nah, man. Anytime return, 108 quid for an anytime return, man. Fucking hell. No, I can't do it, man. Well, 59 for an off-day peak. I couldn't afford that, man. I can't afford it. Not this time. Especially after I've just gone to Manchester, I can't afford it. So fuck it. Fuck. But yeah. Anyway, what we will do then is we will be doing a protest before the game starts. We will be doing our own protest at 3 p.m. Let's see if I can get someone to come on the stream again. I'll talk to someone, see if I can do that. But anyway, Steve put the link in. I'm just about to finish, mate. I'll get you on the next one. Promise, get you on the next one. If you DM me, I'll get you on the next one, mate. At SFeatley. I'll get you on the next show. But yeah, I'm about to finish up. So make sure to don't go to the matches. Yes, that's the point, and that's what we need to do. Yeah. We're finishing up. Make sure to smash the like, subscribe, join the membership from as little as $1.99 to support Children's Liver Disease Foundation. It really does help the charity. It's a very small donation. It's smaller than buying a McDonald's. Like, $5 is about the cost of a McDonald's. So come on, it's like, and that's every month. That's once every month. So if you could do that, it'd be so appreciated. Like I said, we'll try and do a protest before the start of the game. And see if I can get hold of someone who will come on free while they're there. So we'll wait to see if we can do that or not. But until then, everyone smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Until then, we'll see you tomorrow for the back pages at 5 p.m. Till then, take care. Stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.